Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline Louise and I am all about spirituality, law of attraction, wellness, and just really feeling good about yourself, because hey, we all deserve to feel good. So today's video is a follow-up of another one that I did just recently about how our emotions, our feelings, and our thoughts create our reality. So whatever you're putting out into the universe, you're bringing back in to your reality. So if you're putting negativity out, if you're feeling negative, if you're speaking negative, you're going to continue to bring that in. If you're speaking positive, you're thinking positive, you're putting all the emotion behind you that's positive, that's what you're going to create in your world. Excuse me. And it took me a long time to realize that my words, my feelings, my thought was creating the world that I didn't want to be in. I didn't want to be surrounded by drama and chaos and life being hard and the self-talk that was going on in my mind was just absolutely horrible. I never had a good word to say about myself. I never felt good. I never felt joy and peace and happiness. And happiness and joy are two different things. Happiness comes from outside external things and joy is internal. So until you can fix that internal joy, you're not going to find happiness in your external world. You can buy things and it might make you feel good for a little while, but until you fix the joy within your internal world, nothing's going to change. You're only going to find fulfillment for a little bit. And I realized that I had so much negative chatter going on in my mind that it was absolutely horrible. I did not want to live that way anymore. I did not want to get to the end of my life and go, why did I treat myself with such disrespect? Why was I so hard on myself? Why was I so nasty to myself? Why did I allow this to brew over time and become my reality, to become my world? Why did I give it power? Why could I just never accept who I was? And that is someone who's unique, who's beautiful, who may not be your cup of tea, but she's somebody's Lady Grey. And when I started realizing that I didn't have to fit into society's norm, I started allowing myself to be who I wanted to be. I started allowing my authentic, unique, beautiful self to shine through. I stopped worrying. I stopped the self-negative talk. I started building myself up. I started loving on myself. I started building my self-esteem back up. And it was one step at a time, one brick at a time, one rewiring at a time. And it did take time. It has taken time. It has taken effort. But it's one of the best things that I could ever do for myself. It was one of the most beautiful and still is the most amazing journey that I have undertaken and that I'm still continuing to do to this day. One thing you have to remember is, if you're like me and you've had 30 years of programming of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not, it's not going to change overnight. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, it's going to take showing up. It's going to take commitment. But if you're willing to commit, you will see changes. And as I've said in a previous video, if I can change my negative chatter, then anybody can. And as I said, it's taken time and effort, but it's been the most beautiful, most amazing, most moment in my journey. And it's just been really, really positive and beautiful. And I just can't speak enough of it. It's the best thing I could do for myself, because I don't want to live hating on myself. I don't want to be living feeling so unhappy, so unfulfilled, so horrible. I wanted to start enjoying life. I wanted to start embracing who I am. I wanted to start embracing my uniqueness, my quirkiness, the things that made me me, because there is only one of me on this planet, and that's enough. That is beautiful. That is perfect. And I wanted to start embracing who I was as a person, because we all deserve that. We all deserve that inner love, that inner contentment, that inner just inner love, just feeling good about ourselves. We all deserve that. We all deserve to live in peace and harmony within ourselves, and to accept the things that may not be beautiful to somebody else, but it's absolutely perfect for you. So that being said, some of the things that I have done to help quiet the negative chatter, to reprogram my brain, because that's what I've had to do. I've had to rewire it from negative to positive. And going on my journey, my spirituality journey, my feeling fulfilled has taught me so many things. I'm like, what? You can reprogram your brain? How is that possible? Like, it's just been so amazing, and I've learned so much. And just because you have been one way for so long doesn't mean you have to continue down the same path. We all get a new day. We all get to choose again. We might have to choose and choose and choose and choose and choose till it becomes our new normal. But that's the beauty. We get to keep choosing. We get to keep showing up. We get to keep trying. We get to keep doing that. We get to keep choosing again, because we can change the way it has been to the way that we want it to be. And if you fall down, you get back up. If you fall down, you get back up. And that's the beauty of life. We get to keep working towards our goals, and it will become your new norm. Your ego is going to fight against you, going, you were over here. You were in negative self-talk. You were in self-loathing. What are you doing over in Happyville? Come back over here. And you're going to have this tug of war for a while. And I still get that tug of war. And that's where I have to say, thank you, ego, for keeping me safe. I do not need you to take over this right now, because the ego is going to think, you're trying to kill me or whatever, but you're not. You're just asking ego to step back a little bit, because you're in control and you've got this. The ego is going to keep you safe. The ego is going to keep you over here where you've always been, and allow you to come over here. And sometimes I have to say to my ego, yeah, I've got this. I'm in control. I don't need you to take over and make me look like oops, sorry. You don't need to make me look silly. But thank you anyway. I've got this. And I've had to do that quite a few times. So the things that I have done on my journey, the first thing I recommend is finding out the root cause. What's causing all this negative self-talk? What's causing all this hatred and this unworthiness? Where does it stem from? Where does it come from? Are they really your beliefs, or have they been passed down by society, been passed down by other people? Did someone say something silly to you one day and you took it on, you gave it power, and you let it build and build and build and build and build? Finding where it stems from has been such an amazing thing for me. I did this through meditation. You can find some different meditations that take you on a journey, and they bring you to the point or points. There could be a few things that have occurred that have, caused this self-belief. I think there's a few things for me that has done it, and meditation has allowed me to go on the journey, to find the root cause, to face that fear, to love that fear, and then let it go. And you can find those on YouTube. I have found that meditation has been beautiful for me as well, not only for helping clear those fears, those negative thought patterns, finding out where they come from and clearing them. They've also helped me with ideas pop in. So meditation is good because it allows me to come out of my head and drop into my heart. It allows me to be still for a moment. It allows me to just be with myself. Sometimes I'll ask a question before I go into meditation, or I'll just allow the process to unfold naturally. Now, don't beat yourself up if your mind starts to wander, because our minds are so used to wandering. Our minds are used to jumping from one thing to another, to another, to another, and go, 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 go. It doesn't know how to be quiet, it doesn't know how to stop, doesn't know how to be still. So don't beat yourself up if you find your mind doing that. Just acknowledge it and then bring it back to where you are. Bring it back to present. Don't beat yourself up. Don't sit there and go, well, I'm really crap at this, rah, 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 rah. It's going to take time. give yourself patience, give yourself a bit more credit. At least you're showing up to it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be hard on yourself. Because when I first started, that was me. I could never quiet and keep my mind still, but I still showed up. I still did it. I still turned up to my practice. And sometimes even today, I'll be doing it and then I'll be like, nah, I can't do it today. It's just too noisy. I can't bring it back to one. I can't bring it back to present. But at least I tried. I'll come back to it later, or I'll come back to it tomorrow. So meditation has definitely helped me find the root cause of the problem, and then finding the root cause, you can then work towards fixing it. Another thing that I have found is that not comparing yourself to other people. I was constantly comparing myself to other people. This person is the same age as me. They've done so much more. Why are they so much more advanced? Why are they so much more this, and this? Stop putting other people on pedestals. Stop putting other people's lives on pedestals. Stop comparing yourself to other people, because we all have to start somewhere, and they may have just started a little bit earlier. That's why they're a little bit more advanced. Don't compare yourself to other people. I was doing that for such a long time, and all it did was make me feel even more bad, even more worse about myself. It made me feel even more crap, because I was constantly comparing myself to them. But we're all on different journeys. We're all on different paths. We all have lessons to learn. We all have things we have to do. And it's just taken me that little bit longer to realize that. But now I'm on my way and I'm just starting. So instead of looking at other people and comparing, why have they got such a beautiful life? Why have they got so easy? I don't know their story. I'm only seeing what they're showing me. They may have everything they've ever wanted, but they might not be happy inside. They might not be joyful, or whatever it is. They might be portraying this life that's really not their life. They're only showing the good parts. So I don't know their story. I don't know anything about them. So I'm not going to compare myself to somebody I don't know anything about. I'm just going to worry about myself. I'm going to worry about my own journey and what I'm doing in this life. And I also realized that I'm gotta stop concentrating on how far I've still got to go. And look at how far I've come. Look at how much I've achieved. Look at how much I've done. Look at how much I've changed already. Look how much I've implemented already. Look at the difference in my life compared to, say, 5 years ago. I now have direction. I now have passion. I now have purpose. I now have goals and dreams and aspirations, and I'm changing thought patterns and belief systems and the way I feel and the way I treat people and treat myself and the people around me. I now stop looking at how far I've got to go, and I look at how far I have come, because that in itself is beautiful and magical and powerful. And when you look at that, you go, wow, look at what I have done. Look what I have achieved. Little old me. So don't compare yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't look at how far you've got to go. Just embrace what you've already done. And celebrate your wins, like small wins, big wins, any win. When I sit there and I go, oh, I just had a negative thought come in, but now I've changed it to positive. Yay me, woohoo, you know, yes, I can do this, I'm in control, I've taken back my power, I've taken back who I am as a person. Celebrate your wins, get excited about life, get excited about yourself, your uniqueness, your beauty, what makes you you. Celebrate all the little wins, whatever it may be, big or small, celebrate who you are as a person. Another thing I've also done, I journal. So if I'm having a really, really bad day, if I've got a lot of built up frustration, I journal it out. I write it all out, whatever it may be. Say a situation didn't go to plan, I'll write it all out, I'll get it all out. And that way I'm not holding on to that frustration, I'm not holding on to that negativity. I've been able to acknowledge it, I've been able to embrace it, and now I can let it go, and that way it's not in my energy field anymore. So that's another powerful thing that I do. Affirmations as well. So I'll start the morning off and I'll be like, hand on heart, hand on belly. Today's gonna be an absolutely amazing, magical, epic day, and I'm gonna rock this. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am healed completely. Whatever it may be that really makes you feel powerful and makes you feel really good, say it. Say it, say it, say it so the heavens can hear you. Say it proud and loud. Just say it. Feel it when you're saying it. Really feel the emotions behind it. I am beautiful. I am unique. I am whole, complete, and one. I am perfect, just who I am. And say it as many times during the day as you like. Sometimes I'll be walking around the house and I'll just be like, I am beautiful. I am creating my own beautiful reality. I'm doing what brings me passion. I am an abundant, magnetic, beautiful goddess, whatever it may be. I'll catch myself saying that during the day. And what that is doing is reprogramming how you were thinking about yourself. You're now reprogramming a new, beautiful, positive thought pattern instead of letting the little niggling negative stuff come in. You're reprogramming the way you think about yourself. And eventually, that's going to be your new reality. The old way that you used to be is going to be long gone, and the new person that you've been working towards is going to be your new reality. So there's some things that I have done. I do breath work, but that doesn't not really reprogramming, but that's more for anxiety based. So finding the root cause and then not comparing yourself to other people, celebrating your wins, journaling, affirmations, intention setting also helps me as well. I set the intention for the day that everything's working out for my highest good. This is how it's going to happen. This is what I want to do. Another thing I do, just popped into my head. I will stop myself during the day. I don't know why I keep going like this. It's crazy. Just chill, girl, chill. Stop being so jerky. I will catch myself during the day and I'll say to myself, how am I feeling right now? Now your feelings inside your belly is a good indication of what's going upstairs. So if you're feeling all knotty and anxious, then you know that something up here is not positive, not happy. Subconsciously or consciously, what I then do is I say, thank you for those thoughts. I no longer need those thoughts anymore. I feel this right now. So if I was feeling, say, unworthy, I will then change it to, I am worthy of all my desires. I am me, whole, one and complete, and that is enough. So we change the negative back to a positive. And when you bring yourself back to the moment, instead of worrying about tomorrow, instead of worrying about yesterday, that didn't work. Instead of worrying about yesterday and worrying about tomorrow, we bring ourselves back to the present moment, and we can then figure out what's going, we're back in the present moment. So how am I feeling right now? What's going on up here? We can change that negative thought to a positive one. So that's another thing that I do during the day. You don't have to do it all the time, but at least try and do it once a day. How am I feeling right now? I'm not feeling really good. Okay, why am I not feeling really good? Well, I just had a situation happen. It didn't go my way. And now I'm feeling like this. Okay, well, now let's turn that around and go, everything works out for my highest good. Everything has a meaning behind it, maybe not that, but everything works out for my highest good. Everything works out for my favor. And even though we can't see why it's working out the way it does, eventually we'll see why it was. Blah, blah. But yeah. So I've gone through a lot of things in my life where it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, why did that happen? Why did it work out that way? And then when I sit down and analyze it a little bit later, I'm like, right, okay, I get that now, because maybe I wasn't ready for that situation, or maybe I wasn't in a good place for it to happen, or maybe it was leading me to something even better. So yeah, we eventually figure out why things happen the way they happen. So there's just some things that I do to help turn the negative self-chatter around. I've become very aware of my thoughts and my feelings, because it does create a reality, and I don't want to create more drama in my life. I want to create more beauty in my life. So there's some things that I have done. I also listen to music of a nighttime, theta healing, different subliminals. Just be careful of subliminals. Probably the best way would be to create your own if you can. But just healing music and things like that have also helped me. I don't listen to it all the time, but I listen to it occasionally. So there's some things that have helped me. Now, the things that have helped me may not help you. They may or they may not, but we're all on our own journey, our own path. So find out what works for you, what really helps you along. Journaling may help, but meditation may not. Yoga may help, but something else may not. So just find what works for you and just start implementing it into your day. Give yourself time. Don't beat yourself up because if in a week's time it hasn't worked, just remember it's gonna take time, it's gonna take commitment, it's gonna take you showing up. So don't be hard on yourself if it hasn't worked straight away, because we've been one way for so long, the mind's been used to being one way for so long, it's gonna take time for it to all catch up and go, oh, this is how we're feeling now, this is our new reality. Okay, cool, down. So yeah, don't beat yourself up, just look at how far you come, celebrate your wins, be kind to yourself, love yourself for who you are, don't believe into anybody else's bull, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in believe in yourself, and embrace who you are as the unique, beautiful person that you are. As I said, don't believe into anybody else's bull. You are perfect, whole and complete just the way you are. So try these things. If they work for you, I really hope they do. But if not, just research and find some things that may work for you. And until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and like my page. And until next time, have an absolutely beautiful, amazing, magical day. And whatever you do, make sure you do it with passion and joy. Bye.